have spoken a little bit about financial abuse before, but let's dive a little deeper because I'm sure you're getting tired of hearing this, but I didn't know when I was in the middle of it that it was happening. I've mentioned before about I would get in trouble for spending $200 on groceries, but he would be pissed off about something that I did and then spend $500 on his project car. And then we couldn't buy propane to heat the house or whatever, and not being able to buy dog food was my fault because I shouldn't have made him angry and he wouldn't have spent that money. Our money was always his. I didn't have control over any of that stuff. When I was trying to leave, he also put me down, but he did it in a way that made it sound like he was concerned. It was like, what are you gonna do for work? How are you gonna survive without me? I'm gonna get a job like a fucking grown-up. Not that I didn't already have a job, but it was a small job because, once again, he was in control of where I was working so that he could keep tabs on me. I was working with his mother, who is also extremely narcissistic. Eventually, I, opened some credit cards so that I could just afford to pay bills and buy groceries and have clothes. So by the time the divorce was finally over, I haven't admitted this to very many people, but I was $14,000 in credit card debt over 6 or 7 different cards because I kept having to open a new one. And I knew how to manage money. I was not bad at it, but I just didn't have any money to manage. He wouldn't let me. By the way, if you need help with that, National Debt Relief, this is not sponsored, but they helped me tremendously. They made it really easy and they handled everything. I didn't have to be getting more and more depressed because the numbers are getting bigger and bigger, piling on interest, and I didn't have to deal with any calls from the people. Once I got out from under him, that just blows my mind that I spent my entire 20s sometimes not even having $5 in my account or in my pocket. You are a grown-ass adult. Don't let anybody else control your finances. They might act like they're doing you a favor, like you are irresponsible with money and they need to take control of that, and sometimes that might be true. If it is, then you work out your own shit. But to be in a marriage where you're not allowed to spend money on necessities, don't ever put up with that shit.